What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be talking about 10 drills to help you never drop a pass as a wide receiver. So this first drill is going to be called our wrong shoulder drill, or I call this our head snap drill. So this helps wide receivers with let's say it's a timing route. Let's say you're running a 10-yard out, quarterback's over here, and he's throwing it essentially right when you cut. You're not seeing the ball leave his hands. So this drill works on you quickly snapping your head around and being able to locate the ball. So you need a partner who's maybe I would say 8 to 10 yards behind you. You're going to be looking over one shoulder. I recommend doing about 15 reps of this on each side, where you start out looking over the left shoulder and then 15 where you start out looking over the right shoulder. Quarterback's job is to put the ball on your wrong shoulder. So in this case, it would be my right shoulder. And now you're going to be looking at him over your left shoulder. As soon as you see him release that ball, that is when you're going to snap your head around, locate the football, and then catch it on this side. The key is to not cheat this drill. If you start looking when he's still holding onto the ball, that's cheating the drill. As soon as you see him let go of it, that is when you're trying to snap your head around, locate the ball to make it as hard as possible. So we're going to play this full speed and then get into the rest of the drills in this video. So this wrong shoulder drill is a great drill for wide receivers to work on tracking the ball, snapping their head around, and pulling it in. Now, before we get into the rest of this video, fellas, if you are a quarterback or wide receiver watching this and you would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches this offseason, we are going to be traveling out to 15 different cities all across the U.S. for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver training camps. So, guys, if you're local to any one of these cities and states listed here on the screen, go to that very first link in the description below, and that is where you can sign up. All of these camps, guys, will sell out probably 3 to 4 months in advance. That's why we're releasing it now. We're releasing it early, so you guys have a ton of time to be able to sign up and get your spot. We limit spots so we can work with each athlete individually at the camp, and it's not just one big camp. We're trying to get guys through as fast as we possibly can. Our next camp is going to be in San Francisco, California. Then we'll be coming out to Orlando, Phoenix, Columbia, South Carolina, Seattle, Oklahoma City, Nashville, Milwaukee. Then we'll be heading out to Austin, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Denver, Colorado, Columbus, Ohio, Boston, Massachusetts, Salt Lake City, Utah, and finishing it off in Los Angeles, California. So guys, go to that very first link in the description below if you want to sign up and we're coming to a city near you. We hope we can see you out there, guys. So again, very first link in that description below. Now, this next drill, fellas, is going to be called our overhead catch drill. So same thing, you're going to need a partner standing. Maybe I would say you could be a little bit closer on this one, like 5 yards, anywhere from 5 to 8 yards directly behind you. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to have your hands working and you're looking directly over the top of your head. The key is to try to not look behind you. I mean, some of you are probably not flexible enough to do that, but you want to try to look just straight up at the sky, and your partner is going to throw this ball with some touch right over the top of your head. Then all you're going to do is you're going to be able to see this ball, track this ball, and then catch it over the shoulder. So this is a very, very good drill to work on, like kind of those awkward catches where maybe you're running a fade ball and the ball's not actually like thrown directly over the shoulder. It starts dropping in over the top of your head. Maybe like you're running a skinny post and the quarterback brings you back this way, and it's kind of a weird situation. So it just helps that tracking ability over the shoulder and seeing the football late when it is over the shoulder. So again, you're looking straight up at the sky. He throws the ball with some touch over your head. You track that and look it in. So this next drill is going to be our laying down catch. This is to help wide receivers not body catch, because what your partner is going to do, he's going to stand maybe about 5 to 8 yards away, and he's going to throw it to you while you're laying on the ground. The key is to keep your head off the ground and obviously not let this ball catch with your body. I mean, it's pretty impossible on a drill like this to have you catch it with your body because you're laying down. You're going to get hit most likely in the face if you try to do that. So it works on you catching the ball away from yourself. Is there a time and place to body catch? Sure. Like, I'm not going to be the guy that's going to teach that. I think wide receivers most of the time should be catching with their hands. You see a lot of NFL college guys over the middle catch with their body, but this is just working on our hand strength and catching the ball away from my frame, not letting it bounce off of that chest plate. So your partner's just going to throw you a ball, and all you're going to do is just catch this thing away from yourself. Works on hand strength and using your actual hands on a catch. I recommend maybe doing about like 15 to 20 reps of this drill. Now, the next drill here is going to be our late hands over the top drill. So this is going to be just a simple over-the-shoulder throw. You can do about 15 reps where the quarterback is standing to your left and then 15 reps where he's over the right. So this is just like a normal over-the-shoulder pass, but when that quarterback throws the ball, he's throwing it with some touch and dropping it in, almost like a two ball. It's not going to be on a line. It's not going to be a sky ball. It's somewhere in between, right? And when you see the nose of the football start to come down, that's the key. You're going to clap your hands twice behind your back and then look this thing in and catch catch. So it works on a concept called late hands. Reason why you want to have late hands as a wide receiver is if you have a DB who's running right next to you, he's not playing the football, like looking back at it, then playing us. He's specifically just looking at us, and he's specifically playing our hands. So as soon as he see our hands go up, and like if you're catching the ball eye level, he knows exactly where to punch the ball out or get his hands in there to get a pass breakup. So you want to catch the ball nice and late around chest level. So this is a great drill to work on that. So as soon as you see the nose of the football start to come down, clap your hands twice behind your back so the ball's on the way down, clap twice, shoot those hands up, and catch. It's kind of like a late reaction to work on late hands over the shoulder. So we're going to play at full speed, and then we'll get to the next drill. So clap twice behind your back, and then look that thing all the way in. Now, this next drill, fellas, is a little bit more of a challenging drill to work on over-the-shoulder tracking. So you're going to be laying down on the ground, and your quarterback's going to be about 5 yards behind you, and he's just going to throw you a ball. It's not going to be necessarily a touch pass. He could throw this more so on a line, but it's just working on you tracking the football from another awkward angle. So it works on hand-eye coordination and getting you used to track the ball over the shoulder. So he's just going to throw you a simple pass. You're going to have your hands shoot up, and then you're going to look that thing all the way in and make a catch. I would recommend same thing, about 15 to 20 reps for all of these drills. I recommend about 15 to 20 reps if you're specifically doing a workout just to improve your hands. But this is a great one that you guys can do, a little bit more challenging one to work on that over-the-shoulder pass. Now, this is another drill to work on having late hands, but specifically over the middle. This kind of helps us like when we're catching and we have a DB running right next to us. Like, let's say, for example, I'm running like a 10-yard dig, and I have a linebacker, I have a safety, I have a DB who's like literally right on my hip. Again, same scenario. He's not necessarily playing the ball unless he gets a good read on it. He's more so playing us. So over the middle, a lot of times what receivers do is they show their hands way too early, way far in front of their body. They catch the ball, and then that DB, all he's going to do is just knock that ball out because your hands are too far extended and your hands are almost like too early in a sense. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold on to 2 tennis balls, and you're going to keep those tennis balls in your hands until the last possible second. Then you're going to drop the tennis balls and you're going to make a catch. This also helps receivers who have like awkward hand placement on catches. That happens a lot of times with younger guys. What'll happen is they'll like have their front hand in that like diamond position, but their back hand will be kind of like almost in that like position where like your hands are flipped, like almost you're catching a low pass. So it works on you guys staying in that diamond position as well, but more importantly, having late hands. So your partner's going to throw the ball. As a receiver at the last second, you're going to drop those tennis balls, look it all the way in, and make a catch. Same thing, about 15 to 20 reps on this drill to work on having late hands over the middle. Now, this drill, fellas, is called our race car drill. So this is a drill that you see like F1 drivers, like NASCAR drivers do to work on them like turning the wheel as fast as they can to be able to hit like a tight turn, if you will. But it also helps us with reaction time as a receiver and flipping my hands for a low pass. So your partner's going to hold 2 tennis balls. Your hands are going to be on top of his hands. And either side, he's either going to drop the ball on the left or he's going to drop the ball on the right. And you have to react. And what you're going to do is you're going to flip your hand from the top of his hand and catch the tennis ball before it hits the ground. So this is a reaction drill and this is a hand-eye coordination drill. So you can do 15 reps. Your partner can mix it up. You know, he could do 7 on one side, 8 on the other side, or maybe like 16 reps so you go 8 and 8, or you can just mix it up entirely just to make it more random so you can't anticipate and guess. But same idea. He's going to drop a tennis ball. You just have to react, and it's just working on that quick reaction time, flipping your hands, and being able to make a catch. Game scenario for this would be like, let's say we're running that 10-yard out that we talked about. We're expecting the ball from the quarterback to be right at our chest, bam, we're in that diamond position and we catch it. But what if I snap my head and the ball's going low? I have to quickly react and flip my hands to be able to catch that low pass. So that's what this ultimately works on. So we're going to play it again full speed one more time. Remember, 16 reps of this. Try to maybe get 8 on each hand, or your partner can mix it up. Now, this is going to be our wrong shoulder, over-the-shoulder pass drill. So, like, you guys remember the first drill where your partner stands directly behind you and you're looking over your left shoulder and he puts the ball on your right shoulder. You got to snap your head and make a catch. It's essentially the same drill, but now your partner is going to be off to the left and he's going to be putting this ball with some touch, that 2 ball, over your outside shoulder. So, what does this work on? This works on a little bit of your, like, tracking ability and hand-eye coordination, being able to focus on the ball when maybe you don't see it. You have, like, kind of a late reaction to it, but also let's think about this scenario. Let's say you're running a fade ball. Quarterback throws you the fade, but let's say he misses. Let's say he puts the ball way off to the right over here, right? A lot of times receivers, instead of maybe like turning your body this way, sometimes what you could do is you could run and then you turn over your right shoulder and you're able to make that catch over the shoulder. It's like a wrong shoulder catch. Very complex thing to do, but there's a drill that works on it, but mainly I would say it's for hand-eye coordination. So you want to do about 15 reps where your quarterback's off to the left, 15 reps where your quarterback is off to the right, putting it over here towards your your left shoulder. So he throws this thing with some touch. You got to snap your head and then be able to find it and catch it in that over-the-shoulder position. The key on this one is to catch it like this. You don't want to catch it with your hands in that diamond like on the very first drill. It's catching it with an over-the-shoulder position because it is ultimately a touch throw. So I'm going to play this again full speed. Remember, 15 reps of this drill on each side. Now, this next drill is a hand-eye coordination drill. This is a much tougher drill than it seems, but what you're going to do is you're going to close one eye. I know it looks like my eye might be a little bit open right here, but it's not. Trust me, it's closed. So you're going to have just one eye open. You want to do 15 reps where your right eye is closed and then 15 reps where your left eye is closed. And your partner's going to stand 10 yards away, and all he's going to do is just throw you a pass, and you have to track it and look it in. This is very, very tough because your depth of the ball and like kind of your, like, I guess you could say reaction to the ball is a little bit flawed when you have one eye closed. So this is a very, very good drill to do to work on hand-eye coordination and being able to track the football. Same thing, 15 reps where your right eye is closed and then 15 reps where your left eye is closed. Now, the last drill here, fellas, is going to be our eyes closed, just catching drill. So essentially what your partner's going to do is he's going to say open or he's going to say ball. You're going to start out with your eyes closed. And this is just kind of another reaction drill and hand-eye coordination drill to work on you tracking the football. So when your partner says open or when your partner says ball, he's going to say that as he throws the football, right? And if you're getting a little bit more advanced on this drill, he could throw the football from probably about 15 yards away. Don't go any closer because it's a good way to get hit. But about 15 to 12 yards away, he throws the ball, then he says open to maybe make it a little bit harder on yourself. But generally, as he throws it, that's when he's going to say open. So what you have to do is you have to open your eyes and then track the ball and then look it in right to the tuck. So that's a very, very good drill that you guys can do to work on hand-eye coordination, to work on reaction time, and to work on looking the football all the way in.